The new Sony 20-70 f4. What a pleasant surprise. And what I say with pleasant surprise is, the positives outweighs the negatives. Sony Middle East and Africa sent me this lens to test it out for a day on set and give my thoughts on it. When I first saw this lens just via text, I didn't even see it's a 20-70. And that's exactly what most people miss about this lens. That difference between 24mm and 20mm is a big difference. I'm just going to jump straight into it, have a look at this shot where I'm completely zoomed out. And as I zoom into 70mm, you can really see the difference in visual storytelling, that you can see the 20mm is a good shot to establish your scene. And as you zoom to your 70mm, you immediately go to your subject. I'm a fan of shooting this way. If you're part of a small team, sometimes you don't have the opportunity to have someone do something again. And if you can capitalize on getting two angles on the same moment, you're just one step ahead. Everyone knows Sony's next generation lenses, how great they handle with their lightweight and sleek design. There's obviously all the goodies, the custom button, the autofocus and manual focus switch, and then you have your manual aperture dial. I'm generally just a fan of the aesthetic, something in between those vintage lens grit and modern materials. That brings me to my next topic. When I saw this lens released, I immediately saw the f4. And the natural way of thinking is that is a budget lens, but it's not true. In the cinema industry, they shoot f4 and higher apertures all the time. The reason is there's art directors and set designers that very intentionally build the background. So the only downside I can see of this lens is the f4 brings in a little bit less light than its 2.8 counterpart. But with modern technology in almost all the new cameras, you can shoot 3200 to 12,800 ISO, sometimes without any noise. To test this lens, I shot this project mostly handheld to really utilize the focal length options that it gives you. I did shoot a few gimbal shots, but that was really just for intentional movements. Completely zoomed out, I really like the feel of just a handheld dolly. The completely zoomed out look gives you a lot of movement, and this is something I didn't expect of this lens. When I shoot handheld, I'm always a bit frightened that they might be shaken afterwards, but at 20mm it really looks smooth, and I didn't expect that from this lens. Lastly, the price. The lens comes in at $1,100, and that is a very, very well priced piece of glass. His counterpart, the G Master 2.8, is $2,300, and that is, for a solo filmmaker trying to build his company, a lot of money. And all the negatives that the f4 brings, it makes up with the new angles on the 20mm and the bit more lightweight that it gives. And I really do see them as equal lenses, and I will personally invest in this lens and rather buy myself another lens, maybe a wide angle 15mm macro or anything like that. And yeah, that's it from me. I highly recommend this lens. This is, as I say, a pleasant surprise, and really just I hope this video helped you making your buying decision, and I really enjoyed working with it. Thank you, Sony, for sending it to me, and have a lovely day. Cheers.